Ryan said 5 words every morning.
$1,200.
They cost him $43,000. Here is what happened. Ryan is 38.
It's just too much.
Lives in Columbus, Ohio. Used to manage a Target store. Good salary. Decent 401k. 2 kids. A wife who is a nurse. Then the store closed. Restructuring. And every morning after that, Ryan would sit in his car in the driveway, open his banking app, and whisper the same 5 words. I will never get ahead. He did not know it. But 3,000 years ago, a king who managed more wealth than most nations wrote down exactly why those 5 words were destroying him. Today you will learn Solomon's 3 mirrors, an ancient framework that reveals how the words you speak about money on Monday predict your bank balance on Friday. And the third mirror is the one that will make you rethink every money conversation you have ever had with your kids. Solomon wrote something in Proverbs 18, verse 21, that most people read as poetry. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. That is not a metaphor, and it is not religion. It is an observation about human behavior that took modern psychology roughly 29 centuries to catch up with. Here is what Solomon understood. The words you repeat about money do not just describe your situation. They shape your decisions. They filter what opportunities you notice. They determine whether you negotiate or settle, whether you invest or hoard, whether you build or just survive. The American Psychological Association reported in 2023 that 72% of Americans feel stressed about money at least some of the time. Money is the #1 stressor, above health, above work, above relationships. But here is what the data does not say out loud. A significant portion of that stress lives in language, in the scripts people repeat so often they forget they are even speaking them. Solomon did not have a psychology lab. He had something better. He watched thousands of merchants, farmers, servants, and nobles, and he noticed the same pattern every time.
What will we do?
The ones who spoke scarcity lived in scarcity. The ones who spoke with clarity and intention built wealth that lasted generations. He encoded that pattern into 3 specific observations scattered across Proverbs. I call them Solomon's 3 mirrors. Not because they reflect your face, but because they reflect your financial identity back to you through the words you do not even realize you are saying. But here is what behavioral science discovered 2,800 years after Solomon wrote this, and it confirms him with hard data. Proverbs 23, verse 7, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Solomon was not writing a self-help affirmation. He was describing a mechanism. The way you internally define yourself around money becomes the operating system for every financial decision you make. Modern behavioral finance calls this financial self-efficacy, your belief in your own ability to manage money effectively. And the research on it is staggering. The Financial Industry Regulatory Authority's National Financial Capability Study found that people with low financial self-efficacy make worse financial decisions, even when they have the same income and the same financial knowledge as people with high self-efficacy. It is not about what you know. It is about what you believe you are. Back to Ryan. Every morning, 5 words. I will never get ahead. That is not venting. That is an identity declaration. And here is what it did to his behavior. Without him noticing, he stopped contributing to his new employer's 401k match. Free money. Sitting on the table, he did not take it. Why? Because in his own words, what is the point? People like me do not retire comfortably. He stopped negotiating. When he got a job offer at a logistics company, $62,000 a year. He took the first number, did not counter, did not ask. Because his morning mirror said he should be grateful anyone hired him at all. The Federal Reserve Survey of Consumer Finances shows that the median retirement savings for families headed by someone 35 to 44 is roughly $60,000. Ryan's $43,000 put him below even that modest median. But the gap was not caused by income. It was caused by identity. Ryan earned enough. He just did not believe he was the kind of person who builds wealth. Solomon saw this 3 millennia ago. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Not as a man earns, not as a man budgets, as a man thinketh. Remember Ryan's 5 words every morning? Here is what happened when he finally heard them out loud. Ryan's wife, Elena, recorded him one morning, not to be cruel. She was worried. She played it back for him that evening. And Ryan heard it, really heard it. For the first time, 5 words, spoken in a flat whisper, every single day. Like a prayer, except pointed in the wrong direction. That recording became Ryan's wake-up call, not to think positive, to audit. He started writing down every sentence he said about money for 1 week. The results shook him. In 7 days, he counted 47 negative financial identity statements. We cannot afford that. That is for rich people. I am terrible with money. 47 times, and those were only the ones he caught. Your morning mirror audit is simple. For 3 days, write down every sentence you speak or think about money. Do not judge. Do not edit. Just count. You will be stunned by the pattern. Proverbs 22, verse 29. Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before obscure men. Solomon is making a direct connection here between how you perceive your own professional value and where you end up economically. If you believe your work is ordinary, you price it ordinarily. If you recognize your skill as rare, you position yourself accordingly. So if your income already covers your bills, why do you still feel broke? Solomon had a term for this, and it has nothing to do with your paycheck. Let me introduce you to James. He is 47, runs a landscaping business in Phoenix. Revenu, $210,000 a year. Sounds solid, but his actual take-home profit is only $52,000. Why? Because James has never raised his prices in 6 years. When I say never, I mean never. Not once. Not even when fuel costs jumped 30%. Not even when his material costs doubled. His competitors charge $85 to $120 per hour for similar work. James charges $60. Ask him why, and he will say something that sounds humble. I am just a regular guy with a truck and a mower. I cannot charge what those bigger companies charge. That is his marketplace mirror talking. And it is lying to him. James's clients love his work. His Yelp reviews are 4.9 stars. He has a waiting list. The market is literally telling him his work is worth more, and he cannot hear it because his internal value script is louder than his reviews. Solomon wrote Proverbs 22, verse 29, for people like James. The verse does not say, do you see a man who thinks he is skilled? It says, do you see a man skilled in his work? The skill is real. The underpricing is the distortion. Bankrate's 2023 survey found that 58% of American workers feel underpaid relative to their skills and experience. But here is the twist. Among those who actually negotiated their last salary, 73% got more money. The gap between feeling underpaid and being underpaid is often one conversation that your value script either allows or prevents. The second mirror is the one nobody talks about, and it is the reason Linda almost gave up on retirement entirely. Proverbs 13, verse 22. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. Most people read this and think Solomon is talking about money. He is not, or rather, he is not talking about money alone. He is talking about the financial narrative you hand down. The words about money that your children absorb before they ever earn a dollar. Linda is 54.
These are the foundations of
high school teacher
wealth.
in Nashville, 27 years in the classroom. She has a 403B. That is the teacher's version of a 401k. And it holds $89,000. She is 11 years from retirement. And she knows the math does not work. But here is what keeps Linda stuck. It is not the numbers. It is a sentence, her mother said, every Sunday dinner for 30 years. We have never been the money type. 6 words, passed from grandmother to mother to Linda to... And this is the part that finally broke her heart. To Linda's daughter, who is 22 and just turned down a higher-paying job because, in her words, money is not what our family is about. That is a legacy script. And Solomon warned about it. Proverbs 13, verse 22 says, a good person leaves an inheritance to their grandchildren, but you cannot leave a financial inheritance if you have already bequeathed a poverty narrative. The money and the story have to match. Forget the advice to just think positive about money. Solomon said something far more uncomfortable and far more effective. Solomon did not say think rich. He said, examine your words, audit your language. Because the tongue, Proverbs 18, verse 21, holds power over life and death. Not magic power, behavioral power. The kind that determines whether Linda's granddaughter grows up believing she can build wealth or believing that is not for people like us. The Federal Reserve Survey of Consumer Finance's data confirms this generationally. Families in the bottom quartile of wealth are significantly more likely to have children who remain in the bottom quartile, not primarily because of income, but because of financial behavior patterns, and those patterns are transmitted through language, through dinner table scripts, through the evening mirror. Linda's rewrite started small. She stopped saying we cannot afford that and started saying that is not in our plan right now. Same budget, same constraints, different identity. Her daughter noticed within a month. If you have ever opened your banking app and felt your chest tighten before you even saw the number, this next part is for you. Here is what makes Solomon's 3 mirrors different from generic money mindset advice. This is not about chanting affirmations in front of a bathroom mirror. This is a diagnostic tool. It tells you where the leak is. If your morning mirror is broken, if you have a negative financial identity script, no budget app will save you. You will sabotage every plan because you do not believe you deserve it to work. If your marketplace mirror is cracked, if you undervalue your skills, you will stay underpaid even in a strong job market. You will leave money on tables you did not know existed. If your evening mirror is foggy, If you are passing down a scarcity narrative without realizing it, you are not just limiting yourself, you are writing your children's financial story before they pick up the pen. Ryan fixed his morning mirror with a 7-day word audit, 47 negative statements in week 1. 19 in week 2. By week 4, he caught himself mid-sentence and corrected in real time. He re-enrolled in his 401k match. He negotiated a $4,000 raise at his annual review. His first negotiation in 11 years, James fixed his marketplace mirror by reading his own reviews out loud. 93 5-star reviews. He raised his rate to $85 an hour, lost 2 clients, gained 4 new ones at the higher price. Net profit increase, $21,000 in the first year. Linda fixed her evening mirror by changing 6 words at the dinner table. We have never been the money type became. We are learning to be good with money. Her daughter reopened the conversation about that higher paying job. None of them earned more money first. They changed their words first. The money followed the language. Solomon predicted it. Behavioral finance confirmed it. Here is your move. Not next week. Tonight, pick one mirror. Morning, marketplace, or evening. For the next 3 days, write down every sentence you say or think about money that touches that mirror. Do not fix anything yet. Just count. Just listen to what your own mirror is reflecting back at you. That audit, that honest count, is the first step Solomon prescribed, and it costs nothing but attention. If someone you care about keeps saying, "I am just bad with money," or "that is not for people like us," send them this video, not as criticism, as recognition, because you heard those words in yourself too, and you know how invisible they are until someone holds up the mirror. Next video, Solomon's 4-vault treasury system. Ryan used it to restructure his entire financial life into 4 accounts, each one anchored to a different Proverbs principle. It is the action plan that comes after the audit. You will want to see it. Educational content only, not financial advice. We explore ancient texts as financial literature, not religious instruction.
Growth for the next quarter.
Consult a licensed financial professional for personal decisions.